Welcome to my channel. Old Coins News Today videos is one you won't miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The United States of America $1 coin dated 2000p is one of the most fascinating pieces in modern American coinage history. Commonly known as the SACAGAWEA Dollar, this coin was introduced as part of a new generation of small-sized dollar coins intended to replace the Susan B. Anthony dollar. The 2000p issue, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark, represents the first year of issue for this golden dollar series. Below is an extremely detailed historical, technical, and cultural overview of the coin, written in long, paragraph-style narration, to provide a full and deep understanding of every aspect. The year 2000 marked a new era for the U.S. Mint, which sought to introduce a coin that would circulate widely and be easily distinguishable from the quarter. The SACAGAWEA Dollar was the chosen design after extensive public input and testing. The coin's obverse features Sacagawea, the young Shoshone Native American woman who served as guide and interpreter for the Lewis and Clark expedition between 1804 and 1806. Sculptor Glenna Goodacre designed her portrait, depicting Sacagawea in three-quarter profile with her infant son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, resting peacefully on her back. This design was meant to represent courage, guidance, and maternal strength, qualities that linked American history with the ideals of exploration and unity. The word liberty appears prominently above her head, and in God we trust is inscribed to her left, reflecting the traditional national motto. The upper border bears the inscription United States of America, connecting the symbolic portrait with the identity of the nation itself. The obverse also displays a mint mark P just below the date 2000, signifying that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse of the 2000p dollar is equally symbolic and artistically rich. Designed by Thomas D. Rogers Sr., it features a soaring bald eagle in flight, surrounded by 17 stars that represent the number of states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The eagle's wings are outstretched majestically, symbolizing freedom and the nation's spirit of expansion and discovery. Around the edge are the inscriptions E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, and $1. The fine detailing of the feathers, combined with the matte texture of the background and the bright golden surface, gives the coin a vibrant appearance. The artist's initials TDR can be seen near the lower part of the design, marking his authorship of the beautiful rendering. The material composition of the 2000p Sacagawea Dollar distinguishes it from earlier and later $1 coins. It is made from a copper core clad by manganese brass alloy, giving the coin its distinct golden color. The outer layers are composed of 77% copper, 12% zinc, 7% manganese, and 4% nickel. The overall weight of the coin is 8.1 grams, and its diameter measures 26.5 millimeters, with a smooth edge rather than reeded. This smooth edge was chosen intentionally so that the coin could be easily distinguished by touch from quarters and half dollars, both of which have reeded edges. Although the coin was often called a golden dollar, it does not contain any actual gold. The appearance is purely a result of its metallic composition. Over time, however, the golden hue tends to darken to a brownish tone due to oxidation and handling. In terms of production, the Philadelphia Mint produced an impressive number of these coins in 2000, striking 767,140,000 business strikes for circulation, along with additional proof and special collector editions from other mints. This enormous mintage reflected the government's optimism that the new dollar will be widely accepted in daily commerce. Unfortunately, public use of the coin remained limited, as Americans continue to prefer the $1 bill. Nonetheless, the 2000p Sacagawea Dollar found a home in vending machines, public transportation systems, and collector sets, making it a lasting symbol of the U.S. Mint's innovation at the turn of the millennium. Collectors often take interest in the strike quality, color toning, and dye varieties of the 2000p dollar. Among the most famous varieties is the Cheerios Dollar. Before the coin's release, the U.S. Mint partnered with General Mills to distribute 5,500 sample coins inside Cheerios cereal boxes as a promotion. These coins were later discovered to have a different tail feather detail on the eagle's reverse, an early prototype version of the design, making them highly valuable. Regular 2000p Sacagawea dollars are worth about their face value in circulated condition, but Cheerios dollars can be worth thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and certification. Beyond its numismatic appeal, the 2000p dollar carries immense symbolic and educational significance. It marked the first time a Native American woman appeared on regular-issue U.S. currency. The selection of Sacagawea honored the contributions of indigenous peoples and women to American history, creating a powerful statement about inclusion and recognition. The design committee intended the coin to inspire pride in cultural diversity, resilience, and exploration. Even the inclusion of her infant child on the coin's obverse symbolized new beginnings and the hope of future generations. This human element made the coin's artwork stand out among more formal portraits of past presidents and historical figures. The Philadelphia Mint production methods in 2000 reflected advances in coin manufacturing technology. The Mint employed high-speed presses, laser-engraved dies, and improved quality control measures to ensure that each coin displayed the finest details possible. Despite this, slight variations in luster and color occurred, depending on storage and circulation environments. Many coins, when freshly struck, exhibit a beautiful satiny golden glow that collectors prize in mint state grades such as MS-65 or higher. The U.S. Mint also released special mint sets and proof coins for collectors, which were struck on specially polished planches using higher pressure to bring out mirrored finishes and sharp details. Over time, the Sacagawea dollar design will continue to evolve. Starting in 2009, the reverse design began to change annually under the Native American $1 coin program, featuring different images celebrating Native contributions to U.S. history. Yet the 2000p version remains special. It is the inaugural issue, the foundation upon which the later series was built. Its combination of artistry, symbolism, and historical recognition ensures that it holds a cherished place in modern U.S. numismatics. The United States of America $1 treaty with the Delaware 1778 coin is one of the most historically significant and symbolically rich designs in the entire Native American $1 coin program. Issued in 2013, this dollar belongs to the ongoing Sacagawea and Native American dollar series, which began in 2009. Each year's design after 2008 honors a different contribution by Native American tribes or individuals to the history and culture of the United States. The 2013 dollar, with a themed treaty with the Delawares, 1778, commemorates the first formal treaty between the newly formed United States government and a Native American tribe, a diplomatic milestone that reflected the earliest attempt at peace, mutual respect, and cooperation between indigenous peoples and the young American nation. The obverse of the 2013 $1 coin continues to feature the classic portrait of Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who guided and assisted the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 1800s. This design, created by sculptor Glenna Goodacre, first appeared in 2000 and became a lasting representation of Native American heritage, courage, and maternal strength. Sacagawea is shown in a dignified three-quarter profile, carrying her infant son Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau on her back. The inscriptions on this side include Liberty above her head and In God We Trust to the left, while United States of America curves along the upper edge. Unlike earlier years, the date and mint mark, such as 2013p for coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint or 2013D for those from Denver, are inscribed on the edge rather than the obverse or reverse. This elegant edge lettering also includes E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, and the year of issue, giving the coin a sophisticated, historic appearance that distinguishes it from other denominations. The reverse design is where the 2013 dollar truly shines as a work of historical storytelling and artistry. Created by artist Susan Gamble and sculpted by Renata Gordon, the reverse commemorates the 1778 treaty with the Delawares. The central image depicts a peaceful council meeting between two figures, one representing the Delaware tribe, and the other representing the Continental Congress. The Delaware man, wearing traditional native attire and a feathered headdress, reaches forward to shake hands with the American officer dressed in military uniform. The gesture of the handshake symbolizes mutual respect, diplomacy, and a promise of cooperation. Between them, a peace pipe and crossed tomahawk lie upon the ground, representing the laying down of arms in favor of friendship and alliance. Above the figures appears the inscription Treaty with the Delaware 1778, while $1 is placed below to indicate the denomination. Around the border, The design's texture and engraving evoke the historical setting of the late 18th century, with deep relief and fine detail emphasizing the human connection captured in this moment of alliance. The treaty with the Delawares, signed on September 17, 1778, holds an extraordinary place in early American history. It was negotiated at Fort Pitt, modern-day Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, between representatives of the Continental Congress and leaders of the Lenape people, often known as the Delaware tribe. The treaty was the first formal written agreement between the newly independent United States and any Native American nation. Its main purpose was to secure the Delawares' permission for American troops to travel through their lands and to encourage them to support the colonists in their struggle against Great Britain during the Revolutionary War. In return, the U.S. government promised friendship, protection, and recognition of Delaware sovereignty. One of the treaty's most remarkable clauses even proposed the possibility of creating a Native American state within the Union under Delaware leadership, an idea that reflected early hopes of coexistence and political partnership between Native peoples and the new republic. In reality, however, those promises were never fulfilled. Within just a few years of the treaty's signing, tensions, broken promises, and westward expansion led to renewed conflict between settlers and native tribes. The ideal of peaceful cooperation faded as the U.S. government pursued policies that marginalized native sovereignty. Yet the 1778 treaty remains an enduring symbol of early diplomacy and the potential for mutual respect that once existed between two nations. The 2013 dollar coin's design captures this hopeful moment in history, preserving the spirit of goodwill that both sides sought, even if later history did not honor it fully. From a technical standpoint, the 2013 treaty with the Delaware's $1 coin follows the same specifications as other modern Native American dollars. It has a smooth edge with edge inscriptions, a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, a thickness of 2.0 millimeters, and weighs 8.1 grams. The coin's composition features a pure copper core with an outer layer of manganese brass, consisting of 77% copper, 12% zinc, 7% manganese, and 4% nickel. This gives the coin its signature golden hue, which distinguishes it from silver-colored denominations like quarters or half dollars. Although the coin is often referred to as golden, it contains no actual gold. It was produced at both the Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D, mints, with limited quantities also struck in San Francisco, S, as proof coins for collectors. Circulation strikes of a soft satin finish, while proof versions exhibit deep mirror fields and frosted raised details, enhancing the visual depth of the design. The production quality and artistic craftsmanship of this coin were highly praised among collectors and historians alike. The handshake scene is deeply detailed. Every fold of fabric, every texture of hair, and even the expression of solemn mutual respect on the figures' faces are carefully rendered. The coin's golden surface complements the design's themes, evoking the warmth of peace and the light of hope in early American diplomacy. For collectors, the 2013 Native American dollar represents both an artistic masterpiece and a historical artifact. It embodies the values of friendship, cultural exchange, and unity that were envisioned during the Revolutionary era but not fully realized. From a numismatic perspective, the 2013 dollar was issued in moderate quantities, primarily for collectors rather than for general circulation. The Philadelphia Mint struck about 1.82 million coins, while the Denver Mint produced around 1.82 million as well. Additionally, the San Francisco Mint released approximately 1.3 million proof coins. Circulation quality examples are common and typically worth around face value in uncirculated condition, but higher grade proof and mint set coins can carry small premiums depending on their preservation and luster. More importantly, the coin's historical theme makes it one of the most sought-after pieces among collectors interested in Native American history and early U.S. treaties. The story behind the coin transcends its material value. The Delaware tribe, originally residing in the northeastern United States, played a significant role in early colonial diplomacy. They were known for their advanced political organization, agricultural practices, and their long-standing efforts to coexist peacefully with European settlers. The Treaty of 1778, while later betrayed by the U.S. government, remains a testament to their willingness to engage in good faith diplomacy and to envision a shared The United States of America $1 Wampanoag Treaty 1621 coin is one of the most historically meaningful and culturally profound designs ever issued under the Native American $1 coin program. Released in 2011, this coin honors the first peace treaty between the Wampanoag people and the Pilgrim settlers at Plymouth Colony, a landmark event that symbolized an early moment of diplomacy, friendship, and coexistence between Native Americans and the newly arrived English colonists in North America. While the historical relationship between Native Americans and settlers would later become strained and tragic, the 1621 Wampanoag Treaty represents an initial gesture of trust, alliance, and shared survival that laid the foundation for one of the most famous cultural encounters in early American history. The 2011 coin immortalizes that fragile yet hopeful moment in stunning artistic and symbolic form. The obverse of the 2011 Native American $1 coin continues to feature the iconic image of SACAGAWEA, first introduced in 2000. Sculpted by artist Glenna Goodacre, this portrait of the young Shoshone woman, who famously guided and aided the Lewis and Clark expedition, has become one of the most beloved modern U.S. coin designs. SACAGAWEA is shown in three-quarter profile with her infant son, Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, wrapped securely in a cradle board on her back. Her expression is serene yet strong, symbolizing courage, wisdom, and the enduring strength of Native American women. Around her portrait appear the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, while United States of America curves gracefully across the upper rim of the coin. Unlike older coins, the date, mint mark, and the motto E Pluribus Unum are not on the obverse or reverse but are edge-lettered, engraved along the coin's outer rim. This design choice lends a coin an elegant, metal-like quality, emphasizing artistry and heritage. The reverse design, unique to the 2011 issue, captures the essence of the Wampanoag Treaty of 1621 in a beautifully balanced composition. Created by artist Richard Masters and sculpted by Phoebe Hemphill, the scene depicts a hand of a Native American figure offering a ceremonial peace pipe to a hand of an English settler who extends an open palm to receive it. The imagery is simple yet profoundly powerful. It conveys the exchange of peace, goodwill, and mutual trust that defined the treaty between the Wampanoag Nation, led by the great Sachem Massasoit, and the Plymouth colonists, led by Governor John Carver. Behind the hands are two cross symbols, a flintlock musket representing the settlers' defense and technology, and a curved bow with three arrows, representing the Wampanoag strength and unity. The crossing of these items symbolizes balance, cooperation, and the mutual recognition of each group's sovereignty and strength. Encircling the design is the inscription Wampanoag Treaty 1621, while $1 appears below, denoting the denomination. The overall effect is one of peace and dignity. The hands, the tools, and the shared space between them form a visual metaphor for coexistence and respect. Artistically, the reverse reflects the U.S. Mint's modern engraving excellence, combining sharp detail with a satin-like finish that brings out the depth and warmth of the coin's golden tone. The historical background of the Wampanoag Treaty provides deep context for the coin's significance. In March 1621, only a few months after the arrival of the Pilgrims aboard the Mayflower, the Wampanoag people, who had lived in the region now known as Massachusetts and Rhode Island for thousands of years, encountered the desperate and weakened settlers at Plymouth. The Wampanoag, led by Massasoit, Usamaquin, were cautious yet sympathetic toward the foreigners, who were struggling to survive after a brutal winter. With the help of Tisquantum, better known as Squanto, a Patuxet man who spoke English, Massasoit negotiated a mutual peace and protection treaty with the Pilgrims. The agreement stated that neither side would harm the other, that each would come to the other's aid in times of war, and that the treaty would ensure safe trade and coexistence. This alliance proved crucial to the Pilgrim survival. The Wampanoag shared agricultural knowledge, teaching the newcomers how to plant maize, fertilize crops, and fish local rivers, while the Pilgrims offered European goods such as metal tools and weapons. The resulting friendship lasted for several decades and culminated in the famous 1621 harvest celebration, which later evolved into the American Thanksgiving tradition. Though later conflicts and colonial expansion would destroy much of the peace that the treaty had once promised, this early alliance remains one of the most poignant moments in American history, a fleeting but genuine effort at coexistence, diplomacy, and mutual respect between two vastly different cultures. From a numismatic and technical perspective, the 2011 Wampanoag Treaty $1 coin follows the standard specifications of the modern Native American dollar series. It has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, a thickness of 2 millimeters, and a weight of 8.1 grams. The coin is made with a core of pure copper and an outer layer of manganese brass, consisting of 77% copper, 12% zinc, 7% manganese, and 4% nickel. This combination gives it the signature golden color that makes the series so visually distinct, though no actual gold is present. The edge is smooth but contains infused lettering with the inscriptions 2011 E Pluribus Unum and the mint mark P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. Proof versions, struck at the San Francisco Mint S, have brilliant mirror-like fields and frosted raised details that highlight the intricate design. In terms of mintage, the 2011 Wampanoag Treaty Dollar was produced primarily for collectors, not for general circulation. Approximately 1.68 million coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and another 1.68 million at the Denver Mint. Additionally, about 1.25 million proof coins were struck at the San Francisco Mint for special collector sets. Because the Native American dollar program did not see widespread use in commerce, most of these coins remain in uncirculated or proof condition. In the collector market, uncirculated pieces generally hold modest premiums over face value, while proof examples and high-grade mint state coins, MS-67 and above, attract slightly higher interest. However, their true value lies in their historical and cultural storytelling, rather than in rarity alone. The artistic symbolism of the 2011 coin is exceptionally rich. The exchange of the peace pipe reflects a Wampanoag custom of diplomacy, where the sharing of a pipe represented honesty, friendship, and a spiritual bond between parties. The English settler's open hand signifies trust and willingness to enter into peaceful relations. The bow and musket in the background remind the viewer that this peace was not naive. It was forged in the awareness of each side's power and need for protection. The design thus tells a story of realistic hope, peace built on respect and balance rather than dominance. The simplicity of two hands meeting across a shared space communicates far more than words. It is a timeless symbol of humanity, echoed across centuries. The Wampanoag Treaty coin also carries deep cultural meaning for Native American heritage. It recognizes not only a historical event, but also the broader themes of diplomacy, generosity, and resilience that have defined